So obviously, drinking played a pretty big part in the American Revolution. We found out one of the most popular cocktails of the day was called Flip. Flip was a mixture of rum, molasses, nutmeg, raw egg, and hot beer. We thought it sounded disgusting, and so I asked a couple of the writers to try it with me.
I'm very excited to be making a Colonial-Era Flip. I have no idea what this tastes like. It looks like it's going to be kind of a darker eggnog, just as fun, even more booze, so I'm all about it. Got Sailor Jerry, not the darkest, but it's not like Bacardi Clear or anything like that.
I have some Captain Morgan spiced rum, heyday from my college years.
2 tablespoons of molasses. I've got my preferred brand, Plantation Molasses, which has all sorts of historical connotations, which I'm not comfortable with, and you shouldn't be either, but we've got it.
We're gonna use that, using slightly different things than Wes does.
Narragansett, keeping it colonial. Autocrat milk coffee stout on the stove.
Oatmeal stout here, cheapest I could find. Samuel Smith Old Brewery, it looks colonial and old to me.
I don't drink, so I'm using a non-alcoholic stout. For the rum, I'm using vinegar, which is a terrible idea.
I have got 2 large eggs.
I don't need eggs, so instead of eggs, I'm using applesauce.
Oh, we got lucky. There's a double yolk in here, so I have 2 eggs, but 3 yolks.
Yours might taste better than mine.
Once the beer is warm, you don't want it boiling, you just want it foaming and steamy. Once that is done, you pour that into the vessel containing the molasses and the rum, and then you take turns, you just flip, like the drink calls for. You just flip back and forth.
So I need to do exactly 3 ounces of rum. So I think this is 2 servings.
Definitely gonna feel.
I'm probably gonna get kind of toasted tonight. It's all good.
This is very rich.
I won't be intoxicated, but I will probably get sick.
Cut the middleman, get right to it, Rob.
2 tablespoons molasses. This is gonna be sweet.
I feel that if I put the beer in at this exact moment, it would scramble the eggs, so we don't want that.
Does anyone have the freshly grated nutmeg? That's like an important step.
I could have bought actual nutmeg, like the nuts, but I heard that they're incredibly difficult to grate.
I've grated them before and it wasn't too bad.
It was fine?
Yeah.
So I poured my beer over my molasses and rum.
Now, they say it's supposed to froth and steam. Is that correct?
Froth and steam, but not boil. So you want it to foam up, as it will when you heat beer, but you definitely don't want it boiling.
This just straight up looks like orange juice.
This is going to be messy. I can already tell.
It's already on me. Okay.
So in 1773, you would just go into an inn and ask for this, and they would know what you meant.
Yeah, and they would go through all this.
You got to tip at least $2 on this.
Oh, I've spilled mine so much.
So I don't know about y'all. I think I have scrambled eggs in this.
That was my worry. That's why you gotta hit it soon.
Wes, let me come over to your place to have them.
I'm a champion flip maker. Now I think I've got a little bit of scrambled egg, but when you're gonna get 3 shots in a beer, this is basically 4 drinks all in one.
Yeah, Rob, it
looks to me like it's about as smooth as it's gonna get.
Wes, what does smooth look like for you?
Hard to quantify. It's like art. You know it when you see it.
It's like pornography.
That too. Garnish with a little fresh ground nutmeg. There's a space there. Fresh ground nutmeg, not fresh ground nutmeg.
Is there any recommended amount of times you pour it back and forth, or is it just kind of...
No, it's just until it becomes smooth. So it's a totally visual thing.
It doesn't look smooth to me, but...
Well, you have applesauce in it, Rob.
I am going to stop pouring. I'm going to get some nutmeg, grind it like a fancy person, then hopefully have a great drink. All right, I got this thing here. I'm going to grind it. Oh, man. Okay. All right. I dropped the nutmeg into my drink. So I'm going to end it there.
That's extra right there.
Cheers.
To liberty.
To liberty.
To liberty.
That is not awful.
It's not bad.
I would never order it.
It's not bad.
And I will not finish all of this, I gotta say.
It does feel like a very warming drink. I could see myself drinking this when it's really rainy out. Rob, how is yours?
You can really taste the vinegar. If you replace the vinegar with rum and the applesauce with eggs, I can see how it could be pretty good.
If you used half the amount, instead of a pint, you just used 8 ounces of milk, This would be a really good eggnoggy kind of winter drink, but the beer clashes so much with everything else that's going on in here.
I retrieved my nutmeg. Didn't want it to be too extra. I could definitely see like having milk. It does remind me a little bit of eggnog, and I think that's mostly just the nutmeg I put in. It's interesting. I could tell it will probably get me kind of drunk if I drink it, but it also seems like some trouble. Like if you ordered this at a bar, a bartender would stare daggers into you.
I think if I had used a premium oatmeal, it might have been better off. It's just the beer is too thin to support this, I think is what I'm feeling. I'm not going to drink it all, but there's a lot of booze and hence money in this, so I will drink a fair amount. This is what they pre-gamed the Boston Tea Party with. They just, before they dressed up in Native American blackface and went to go destroy the equivalent of $2.7 million worth of property. It's like, let's have a couple of flips, flipped, go flip some tea. I like it.
This is putting me in the mood to do some mass destruction. Yeah, I could
throw out a box of chai I have in my bedroom.
How does yours taste again, Rob?
Like it tastes like vinegar.
Okay, all right. Just wanted to double check.
It's not good.
Even if you don't like the taste, there's a lot of protein in here with 2 full eggs. But you're not even. It's just you just have nutritionless slop. I'm sorry, Rob.
I looked at the calorie content of this. This is like a breakfast beer, and then back in the day, the water wasn't always okay to drink due to bacteria, right? So like, I mean, I wouldn't put rum in it if I were having it for breakfast, but this might be a liquid for the day.
I lucked out with 3 egg yolks off of 2 eggs, so now I guess I kind of have to finish it. I'm gonna spite drink this. All right.
Drink and then like pump some iron. I feel like that's a pretty rocky thing.
You got all the ingredients to build muscle right there.
I think I already feel kind of tipsy. This is strong.
Every meal had booze in it, exactly as Kendra mentioned. Like, the water was just often not safe to drink. So breakfast, lunch, and dinner, booze. In between, booze.
Yeah, it explains a lot of those riots.
Now I have a better appreciation for how the colonists got down. I would love to see what Samuel Adams would think of this 2 Black people and a vegan in 2020 making a drink dedicated to the abolition of tyranny. Cheers to the abolition of tyranny now and always.
Cheers to the abolition of tyranny.
Cheers.
Well, that's awful. That's
I'm sorry, Rob.
In case you're wondering how the rest of the night went, it ended with Wes Googling food poisoning, so drink with caution. We'll be right back.